What's going on, everybody? Tech Hit Geek. Today I want to talk about the WWDC conference and some of the keynote things they announced. The new hardware and some of the things that they showed off for iOS 7, and just kind of give you a whole glimpse of what happened at this Apple conference. So let's go on and get into it right now. First, I'm gonna start off with some of the hardware they showed off. Apple showed off the new Mac Pro, and kind of like, I don't want Apple fans to get mad. When I first saw it, it kind of looked like a little trash can, you know what I mean? But I'm not trying to piss anybody off, but that's what it looks like. It kind of looks like a trash can, but it's packing some serious horsepower into it. So some of the specs that it comes with is, they say it measures exactly 9.9 inches tall, and it comes equipped with the Xeon E5 12-core processor, dual AMD fireproof GPU, and ECC memory, and Thunderbolt 2. In fact, that the system comes with a total of 6 Thunderbolt 2 ports, and can support up to 3 4K displays. So this is a power horse as far as the little trash can, I call it. But I gotta really say, now it's no price point, which I think is gonna go back. Like, I think the Mac Pro, the original one, was like $5,000 for the 12 core. So this one might cost like $4,000 maybe. I don't know. They say it's coming out later on this year, probably around December, November, around that time. So that's one of the things they announced. Now the MacBook Air also got a refresh. They didn't put a Retina display on it, but they also put new internals in there. They got a 40 times powerful graphics processor, and 4 times faster than the original MacBook Air in 11 and 13 inch. And they also put in a faster processor, more RAM and things like that. But the real focus point of the MacBook Air was the battery life this time around. Now the 11 inch will give you 9 hours of battery life, whereas the 13 will give you 12 hours of battery life. That is just simply crazy to have in a laptop. People wish for those type of battery lives in their laptops or whatever they have. So if they really pulled this off, and I hope they really do, and I can't be mad at that. It's just, that's amazing to even put that type of battery life into a laptop. So that's as far as some of the hardware they did mention. Now I'm gonna go into iOS 7 and Now I'm going to switch over to iOS 7 and talk about some of the things that they released about that. Now, it looks different in a way, but it's still similar to what you're used to. So, it's still the same as time, but like all the icons now look a little different. They changed little icons, and the background has a little different look, and it's kind of also have a 3D effect when you turn it and slide it different ways. You can kind of get a little 3D effect with it, and I like it for what it is. It's kind of something new and fresh. And they needed to do a change. I mean, stick to what your fan base likes, but give it a little fresh refresh, and that's what they did this time around. And I must say, when I saw it, and it looks, I like it for what it is. You know what I mean? I would go back to get it on my iPhone if they did something like this. Now, some of the new features they added with, like, notifications. Now you can get the notifications from the lock screen, which they should have did way before with iOS 6, but they didn't. But this time around they did. Now with the notification, it's just mostly what happened. Your notifications just will have what happened today, which ones the notifications you missed. Some of the things that goes on throughout the course of a week and things like that. That's cool and interesting and things like that. They also have a thing called Control Center, where you can change the Bluetooth settings, the brightness and things like that, and check your clock, trash and all that stuff. So instead of putting in the notification system, they kind of made their own thing called Control Center, and that's kind of how Apple does it. They just don't follow the suit what other people do. They kind of make it their own and stand out there in their own way. And now they also saying that it would be released in the fall. I'm saying around October. So I say roughly around October, right before, I guess, the holiday season or holiday rush come in for the new iPhone. If it's a 5S coming out around that time, they didn't mention that at all. But if they're gonna, they say the fall. So I think if the 5S comes out in October, the new iOS 7 will come around that time. And they also announced the iRadio, which is kind of like their answer to Spotify, the streaming music players that like Google has and all these other companies have. They kind of got into the business of streaming music, because a lot of people were saying how iTunes is kind of stale. Everything is kind of going to the streaming format, and a lot of people say they don't really buy music anymore. They kind of just stream it with these subscriptions these sites and offer you. So a lot of people saying they needed to do something to kind of catch up with what everybody else is doing. So this is their answer to Spotify, Google's music streaming, and all these other companies that are doing. It's called the iTunes Radio, and it works pretty well from what I saw, and I kind of like it. And like I said, a lot of people don't buy music anymore, so they kind of use these subscriptions. And like I said, it's pretty much where the future right now. Streaming is pretty much, you got Netflix that stream, now they got music that's streaming, and that's pretty much what the future is going to be like now. And also, iOS 7 is trying to get more into the cars business, and kind of like Microsoft Sync format, where it gives you information. Like, it's kind of like a little navigation system within cars. They're trying to put these in car manufacturers where Microsoft has Sync. I forgot the OnStar and Chevys and things like that. They're trying to incorporate the Siri and things like that into cars and things like that. Now, also, Siri can also be a guy. I mean, give or take, to each his own. Some people probably used to Siri being a woman. They probably stick with woman Siri. Some people may change until a man Siri. I mean, to each his own. Whichever one you choose. They give you an option now. And they also mention their new software update to the computer OS, Mac OS 10. I don't know if they still call it OS 10, but one minute they stopped, then they took away the 10, but you know what it is. But I also heard that they called it Maverick. So they got a new software update. Now, I don't really have a Mac computer, and so some of the features that they did and showed, you can kind of go check it out on their website and see if you like it, if you own a Mac. So you can kind of see some of the new features that you're going to be getting, because I don't own one, so I can discuss them, but it's better if you see them for yourself, because I don't own a Mac, so I really don't know some of their formats and things, how that works. Well, that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over, some of the basic stuff. But if you really want to get in touch with the Apple keynote, just go to their website and watch it. It's probably on YouTube too, so you can go to YouTube and check it out. And a lot of other people that did some reviews and checked it out. So I just wanted to make a video, some of the things I like and some of the things I saw. I may have upset a few Apple fanboys with the whole Mac Pro looking like a trash can, but it did to me. I'm not going to back away from that. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please rate and subscribe to my channel, and always leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this video and how you feel about the new iOS 7, the new Mac Pro, the new MacBook Air. Leave your comments. Let me know how you feel. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later.